Hi, welcome to Golden Years. I am Lori Betts, and we are back in the studio, so I am so excited. So I hope everyone stayed healthy and safe, but if you have issues about being safe, we have some answers for you today. So come on back.
When emergencies threaten, you want to know immediately. In the City of Brunswick, residents receive alerts from Code Red. The Code Red service works with a database of phone numbers of Brunswick residents. Depending on the size and scope of the emergency, Code Red alerts either all of the city or just the part that is affected.
This is a Code Red message from the City of Brunswick.
As a city resident, you also have the opportunity to add warnings about severe weather, such as tornadoes, thunderstorms, or flash floods. If you want to be sure that you are registered, or if you want to add or change your notifications or phone number, we encourage you to visit the Code Red website. You'll find a link to Code Red on the city's website, www.brunswick.oh.us. Just click on the button for complete information and options.
Hi, welcome back to Golden Years. My two special guests this month are Mark Dolan from Advanced Medical Alert and Matt Jones from Connect America. So they have teamed up. They're going to show and tell you all about a medical alert pendant. I call it a diamond necklace, which is greatly needed if you are living alone. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
I know it was a little bit of a road trip, but this is really, I've known Matt for a while. I have been installing the Connect America units for, I don't know,
at least, very appreciative of that, and I know it certainly has helped support Northeastern Ohio residents that are vulnerable and at risk. And you know, I know what Mark and his company, Advanced Medical Alert, here in the Ohio market, they're truly trying to make a difference and allow people to age in place, because really that's where older adults or those with disabilities want to be. And Connect America is a partner with Advanced Medical Alert. Our company, under the umbrella, I'm a regional sales manager, very proud to have Advanced Medical Alert presence here in Ohio underneath our services and providing connected health solutions. So.
And you're more than just a company. I mean, you have the tools to keep Mrs. Jones safe in her house, which is greatly needed. And I do call it the diamond necklace, or the key to stay home in your house safely.
To provide independent living.
Correct. And it's peace of mind for your children. You know, I told my mother, okay, if you're going to live alone and you're starting to have issues, you're wearing this necklace, because she wanted it around her neck. I said, because God forbid if you fall, I need to know. I need to know and get help on the way. And she was always so afraid to say, I don't want to press the button because I don't want to bother anyone. Well, when you need help, you need help. So now that it is 2021, there are a variety of different units out there. When I first started, it was you had to have a lifeline. So the unit gets plugged into the lifeline.
Yeah, correct. The landline phones, which have become more obsolete, Lori, to your point, and that's why Advanced Medical Alert with innovative fall detection systems, GPS, mobile, and I know Mark will touch on those, but truly the next step or next generation in the advancement of personal emergency response or medical alert systems. So it's truly changing the landscape and the way healthcare is being delivered. So we're excited for the future.
Good. And Mark, you decided to go out on your own, and you are out there promoting Advanced Medical Alert. So share with my viewers your history, where it's located.
Advanced Medical Alert is centrally located in Central Ohio, and we have installers and representatives throughout the state that are supporting us and supporting our clientele. I've been doing this about 25 years, And when I first started, most of my clients were, I thought of as my parents or my elders, and currently they're my peers, and a lot of them I'm older than, so I get a lot of gratitude working for them and serving them. We found that in many cases, what was missing was the hands-on personal touch that a company can provide for the clientele, as opposed to just getting something in the mail and saying go for it. No real support that way. But we have a history of our own family, our own lives. I know Matt with his mom and dad and our relatives. We already know the business. We know the people we're working with. We understand them. We can relate with them, and we want to make sure there's a difference there of the personal touch that we can provide as a ERS company.
And one plus I do want to bring up is when you said that it gets mailed to you or FedEx to you. The salespeople ring the doorbell and they say, I'm here to install your unit. Mrs. Jones doesn't have to figure out, when's my son coming to put it in? What do I do? Do I press the button? Is the squad going to be at my door? I mean, it's something new, so they have to be taught how to use it.
Absolutely, it's a different technology. A lot of the people they've heard about it, they've seen it on TV, incessantly. Mm-hmm. But okay, what happened? What's the reality of it when it shows up and in a box, and they open the box and say, now what? Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of things to do that's unusual for them. So you're right. We provide, as needed, a personal person to come in and do the installation, work with them, and we do it's an educational process. It's an enlightening process. Something to make them feel comfortable when they're using the device, so that they just don't put it on the shelf, put the button in a drawer, and let it sit there. We encourage them to use the button frequently, to talk to us, to push the button, to make sure it's working. And we go beyond the passing it on to them and say, okay, here it is.
And I know a lot of people do ask me, okay, so what happens when I push that button? Is that squad coming instantly?
We can customize the response. We want to be in tune with what the client wants most comfortably. For instance, sometimes I believe Advanced, they support hospice type patients. If they're a DNR, do not resuscitate, they don't want to have EMS come out, and we want to provide that comfort. Because that's certainly a situation, a crisis for the family. They're dealing with a lot with somebody's health condition deteriorating. So
I think the customizable part of it, they will tell us what they want. Mm-hmm. When they push that button, whether they talk to us, talk to them, or whether we call the squad right away, because a lot of people are not in the best condition and they want squad now, and then call the family. So we can customize that for sure, no matter what. And
if Mrs. Jones has Marty as a dog, she wants to know, let the fire department know mm-hmm. that there is a dog, there is a cat. 9 times out of 10, the cats, hide under the bed or care less or whatever. No, I'm sorry. So that's ease of mind.
Peace of mind, yes.
Yeah, and that's fully customizable. So each subscriber has a healthcare profile that subscriber themselves and their families, care advocates, they help provide that profile. So during the process, when all the services are set up, any valuable information, we'll know their medical condition, to your point, mm-hmm. If they have a cat, a hidden key,
correct.
The layout of the house, so those sort of things that can certainly be valuable in a scenario where every second matters.
And the responder has to know too, and I was guilty. I was working, so I was waiting on a customer. My phone went off and it was an 800 number, and I just thought, I'm not gonna bother with an 800 number. And my mother had fallen. Mm-hmm. So they kept calling me though, Connect America, to say, you know what, your mom fell. And I'm like, oh my God, I felt so bad.
Yeah, we've tried to mitigate that moving forward by providing that 1-800 number so that everyone has smartphones. You can plug that in so that it shows up as a number that you're going to identify with.
Exactly, so that's what I told all the people. Please let your kids know this is the phone number. It's going to come up on 800 number, and it should say advanced alert, because everyone has caller ID now.
Correct.
So that's a perk.
Yeah.
Okay, so Can Mrs. Jones wear this in the shower?
Absolutely. The devices, all that we have are
Waterproof?
resistant. They're not, nothing's waterproof, but they are resistant to water. So up to like 3 feet underwater for 30 minutes is a good gauge right there.
That's a long time.
That's a long time to be underwater. So unless they're snorkeling or scuba diving, and I
Yeah.
don't think they're doing that.
Industry-wide, it's not recommended to go swimming with all the products that are water resistant, to Mark's point.
Yeah.
But that means you can shower and bathe with them by all means.
Oh,
50% of all falls occur in and around the bathroom, so please wear your pendant in the bathroom. Yeah.
Unless you fall down the steps like the lady on the commercial.
Yeah.
She was doing her laundry.
Yeah.
But in that case, she could get a stair glide put in, and then she could put the basket of laundry on the stair glide or right upstairs, up and down with it.
Exactly.
This is a very light pendant.
Weigh about 2 ounces. And that has it has everything you need with it. It has your microphone speaker. Can come equipped with a fall detector also, and the GPS locators.
And that'll work in the shower with the speaker. She'll be able to hear it back and forth. Okay?
Sure.
All right.
I've always encouraged them to test it out afterwards because it is electronics. If they're going to be wearing it into the shower, to make sure, and that's the part of the educational process, to make sure that, okay, you want to try it out in the shower? Afterwards, test it out and make sure it is working for you, so that we know for you that device is going to work for you.
Because you have Mrs. Jones that's 100% faithful and wears it in the shower all the time. And you have the other half that is on her dresser.
100% of the time.
Yes, exactly.
We can't, I always tell my clients that, okay, this is your first step. You get to wear the button, you get to wear the wristband, and if that's working for you, just fine. But if your family or caregivers find that on the dresser, we have the implant that's available that we can. I always joke with it. We don't have an implant yet, but we have an option. They are lightweight. They're easy to use. You forget they have them on a lot of times.
All the person is going to say, "Are you okay?" And they have, like your people will say, "I'm just making sure no one needs our help."
They'll say that 2 or 3 times during the call. That we want to make sure nobody there needs help, because you can get help for anybody within range. If somebody needs help near you, you can use that device there. Well, it doesn't really matter if it's the client or family or a stranger.
And I've said this before through the years, in this crazy world, if someone breaks into your house, by all means, push that button.
Yeah, we've had scenarios where there's been home invasions and the medical alert was able to, get them the necessary help and provide, police there in a timely manner. So, yeah, by all means, it can be used for so many scenarios. The important thing is to have something truly if you need any type of assistance or help when you live alone, when you live by yourself. And I know Mark mentioned through Advanced, we're really excited, the difference they're trying to make. They're almost becoming like, I like to describe it like the Hilton type service of the industry. It's that high touch, high support. It's all about the people, partnerships, and solutions. I know they truly believe that every subscriber is part of, their partnership, part of their family. And I think that goes a long way. We're really excited about the future, what they've been able to establish. And Connect America will continue to provide them the latest and greatest in healthcare technology, and it's truly accelerating. The one thing that we've shown with the pandemic is you can effectively manage people with chronic health conditions in the home environment where they want to be. And stay tuned. I know in a short order, I believe Advance will have more of the vitals monitoring services as well. Always innovative, and they can support all the areas in northeastern Ohio as well. Not just to central Ohio, all the contiguous states, and certainly the Brunswick, Medina, and Wadsworth area. So,
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, I want you to share GPS. So a lot of people, the older seniors, might not get the concept of GPS. So you're going to explain it to them.
We'll do that.
Come on back.
You're watching The Bat. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hi, welcome back to Golden Years. I am interviewing Mark Dolan from Advanced Medical Alert. What is the GPS all about? Because I'm 90 and I don't understand it.
The GPS device is for the mobile units, and a client can take the device anywhere they want in the United States, and it is established, the location is established through good cell coverage, adequate cell coverage, and they will find you within a reasonable distance of 8 to 10, 12 feet away. They'll locate you, and we could be sending the squad to the location of the device.
But Mrs. Jones doesn't have to call and say I'm going on vacation or anything.
She doesn't have to tell us anything. This will know when she presses that button where it is located.
Yeah. I advise though to be prudent, like if you're traveling, to always do a test when you, like if you're at a hotel or staying at a resort, do a test and then provide our response center an update that like, hey, over the next week I'm going to be staying at this address. In case there can always be nuances with GPS, so we always want like a primary location, knowing that you will be in and around that surrounding area and will pinpoint a location.
And the care center is there for the client, so they'll be more than happy to update it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the device is quite light. It's adjustable neck cord that we can do that.
Perfect.
And it doesn't take a lot of room.
And it's right there when you need it.
It's right there. One press of a button, hold it down, it activates, and our monitors will be on within the allotted time of 30 to 90 seconds, which is one of the reasons why the telephone is always the primary way to get help. Your cell phone, your telephone. If you need help now, you need to dial your 911 or call somebody. These are always backup. They've always been backup, and it needs to be thought of that way. But your phone's over here, you need help, you can't get to your phone, you press that button now. We don't care about false alarms. If it is a false alarm, they're just going to ask you, Mary Jones, are you okay? And you just tell them either you're testing, you pushed it by mistake, or send help. And even if you cannot talk to us, we're going to take action after that button is pressed, no matter what, especially if we cannot talk with you. We'll take the steps that are in your paperwork.
And through my experience, they want to talk to this pendant.
Oh, absolutely.
So they don't realize that the speaker is in this box that's connected to the cellular. You do have a cellular unit that you don't need a landline.
Correct.
But you just can't talk into these pendants where the GPS, the speaker is right there on you.
Which is part of the education that we do with the clients, and demonstrating that the button and the unit, and letting them know where the microphone is, which is not very apparent on the units, but the microphone is just a simple hole at the top. They are very good microphone and speaker system, and utilize in any house. And even if we, so we make sure that they understand the difference between what the button can do and what the unit can do. So we always go over that and make sure that they understand that.
And I always tell them on the receiving end, the care center, it's amplified. She will be amplified and you'll be able to hear her. She might not hear everything because of her hearing issues.
Correct.
You know, but the connection is made. Once you hit that button, she's contacting someone out there that's going to help her.
Exactly. No matter what they think was going on, the call centers know, and will take action when they cannot speak to us, and they take action. They'll hear her voice, and we try to practice that also with the client in the home. So when we do the installation, we'll walk away from the unit, make sure that our monitors can hear us or hear her voice over the unit. We can't always explain when they have their TV up too loud. A lot of our clients do have hearing issues, and their TV is at 10 are the highest volume, so our monitors will definitely hear the TV going off first. So they have to be educated and they have to be encouraged to speak up and talk a little bit louder. I'm sure that when they need help, if they're not yelling, we'll get them help anyway.
Mm-hmm. Very good point. So, Mark, why do you stand out in front of all these other companies that are out there?
Well, there's quite a few things that make the set advanced apart from the other services, is that we have a lot of technology background. We're supported by Connect America and their technology. The equipment is top rated. The monitoring services are top rated, and we have some of the best installers going today. And the people that understand the client and people that go into the homes and can talk the talk and relate to our clients and it's not a emergency response mill. It's take your time.
Oh, definitely.
You have to take your time and just sit down with people and just say, you have to get them comfortable. If you don't get them comfortable, they're not going to use it, they're not going to bother you, and it's just going to sit there. We want to engage the client. We want to make sure that they're comfortable with us, comfortable with our products, and know that we're there for them.
Because the child wants to know, how long is it going to take? And I say it all depends. You know, I don't leave unless she understands what's going to happen.
Right.
You know, so we have to walk through it. I mean, it could take 5 minutes to install, but then you need the conversation. You know, you need to know that she's easy being able to press the button. And
a lot of times it's not only me pressing the button and showing them, it's them pressing it, and I have to make sure they're comfortable. Okay, let's press it again. Let's do it again. I always talk to them about our centers as being care calls. They don't care if you call. They want to know that it's working for you. It doesn't matter. We practice it 2 or 3 times when I do installs, and I've been doing them 25 years. And
that's all.
That's all. And I started when I was 8 years old, but it's just you have to know the person you're working with too, you know.
And what I like too, because you do the test behind the scene, you know, no one knows that you're doing the computer test. And if there's something wrong, I'll get the email right away and say, call Mrs. Jones and say, what's wrong with your phone? And sometimes they'll say, oh, I didn't have internet yesterday.
Yep.
I didn't have my cable company was out here.
No, truly, that's part of Connect America and the redundancy with our monitoring center. All these devices do a 24-hour self-auto test. So to your point, if we see that there's a disconnection, we're not getting a good signal, or there may be some troubleshooting with the unit, you get that report every day, so it can assure all the customers out there, because sometimes that question comes up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how do I know this is working? Well, you can rest assured you're going to know it's working, because if not, you're going to get a phone call and Advanced Medical Alert's going to come out and resolve that issue and make sure your unit is working. And sometimes it can be something as simple as turning the on-off switch on the back of the unit off by accident.
Definitely.
But that's why the Advanced likes those checks and balances. It's part of that high touch, high delivery that I know Connect America is very excited about, because oftentimes these products, there's innovation all the time. There's advancements in technology. Remember, 10 years ago we all had flip phones. Now we have iPhones and smartphones.
Life has changed.
Yeah. This technology is going to advance as well, and there'll be better solutions out there. But ultimately, it comes down to the support and service behind that, and that's truly how advanced is going to make a difference in the market, especially for a lot of individuals that it's not covered by your insurance, and you have to pay out of pocket, what we kind of call the folks that are kind of lost in the shuffle, or that gap per se.
Gap.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Okay, Mark, tell me about the MedReady, the pill dispenser.
MedReady has been on the market quite a while, and it's an automatic dispenser for medication. And it's a reminder, it's like a 4-alarm clock, And it can be set up by the individual, it could be set up by the family, our caregiver, nurses, and it's very basic. It has a battery backup that we utilize. It's just plug and play, and they are connected to our website and to our monitors. So if there is any issues with jamming or if there's non-compliance, we're going to know that there's an issue going on. And it's really simple. They have up to 4 times a day. Mm-hmm. The meds are on an alarm clock set up, and light will be going off, the buzzer will be going off for up to 30 minutes, or we can adjust that anywhere from 3 minutes to 3 hours of the buzzer going off. And all they have to do is open up the door, take their pills, leave the door open, and that's it. And it does have a clock face on it, and so it gives them an idea when to expect their meds.
Yeah, sometimes as we age, or just in general, people sometimes can have issues. Number one reason for non-adherence with medications is forgetfulness.
Exactly. Exactly.
And my father, just so happens, he has Connect America's Medical Alert, and he also has the med dispenser that you see here. He has some early onset vascular dementia, and it's been the game changer to allow him to be independent. He was not taking his medications. Now, it's just a matter of hearing that buzzer. And just the other night, I got a non-compliance event from him, which is nice. So anyone that's a responder or caregiver, you get that text. And I called him, and here it just happened a night that he fell asleep, and he said he didn't hear the alarm. But it's those checks and balances that, really create the value and allow him to remain independent. So.
And I do want to add to my viewers, whatever company you go with as far as a medical alert, you never ever want to do a contract. I've had people come into the store just crying, saying, I'm locked into this, I can't get out of it. And I'm like, well, why? Why would they do a year contract? You don't know what's ahead. You don't know how long you're going to be living in that home, or you're going to move over to assisted living, so you don't want to go down that road.
One of the biggest issues that we've seen is that people do get locked into a contract, and they a lot of times they have to upfront pay the freight right now. Yeah. But like you said, there's no guarantees at all. A lot of our clients are frail, and they are definitely elderly, and there are no guarantees that they'll be able to stay in their home. This is just a step, just to help them stay. There's no guarantees. So we do not require, we have an agreement, and on our agreement indicates that they will test the unit, they'll keep it plugged in, and they'll give it back to us when they're done.
That's fair enough.
Pretty simple, right?
Okay, what else real quick do you want to say to Mrs. Jones? What good piece of advice?
We always suggest that you test the unit constantly. I tell them once a week. It's recommended once a month. I tell them once a week, so maybe they'll test it once a month. And we encourage it in a family. I say, just test it. It doesn't really matter. Get to know your get to know your call center. True. And just to go with it. If there's ever issues, we have phone numbers for you to call. Don't set aside a unit and say, well, it's not working today, I'm not going to do anything. If there's an issue, call now. We'll take care of it now.
And you're in Marysville, so it's going to be a quick delivery.
Absolutely. We're going to get help no matter where you are. We have reps and home service reps that will take care of it at pronto.
Okay. And if you have the GPS, make sure it gets in the cradle to be charged.
Oh, but a nice thing, that unit actually has voice prompts that'll remind you when it's time to take the unit over. So really user-friendly that way.
Very good. That's a very good point. Well, thanks, guys, for coming on my show today.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this month, and we will see you next month.